Hello everybody and welcome back to the Bazaar. It is Vanessa Day here today. And of course, we are on the new patch. There may be a hotfix that has come out since I've recorded this. I'm recording this on the morning of the 5th. We will see what happens, so this might be slightly out of date. But I would not be surprised in the slightest if there was a hotfix to address a couple of things from this patch. My current take is the general angle, desire, and goal of the patch was great. A couple of things I think had some unintended effects and consequences, and hopefully those get looked at a little bit. I will say, a lot of them are in favor of Vanessa, or at the very least, one of Vanessa's builds. We'll see what we get here, and we will run with that. Trebuchet or Cove as a start is pretty nuts. Trebuchet, I think I'm going to go Trebuchet because it's gotten changed, and it's very good, and the fact that we can start with it is crazy. Deal 50 damage, burn 12, whenever you use a weapon or you haste. Charge this a second. Both of those things. Whenever you use a weapon or you haste, charge this 1 second. We're definitely going to start out with that, on top of the fact that it's also a large weapon. Like, to start out with is so good. Going to get a weapon just to look for another thing to, you know, charge this up a little bit faster. I feel like that makes some sense. So Pet Rock, 5% crit chance on it. Sure, why not, is basically my take to that. So Trebuchet no longer has any interaction with burn, which I actually think is kind of an interesting angle. I don't know if people like it, don't like it, but I think that this actually makes Trebuchet very, very interesting. It felt weird doing what it did in a burn build. I hope that a different item gets introduced that does what Trebuchet did, which is like on burn haste or something. Maybe like a little bit in the future we can get a thing that'll do that, but right now I kind of like it if you think of it more like it's part of a siege, right? Like you attack with a lot of small things, or you're charging them down, and then because of that you get the benefit of it, you know, going off more often. I don't know. I think that thematically it feels a little bit more logical to me. But I do hope that we get another item that does what Trebuchet did after some other stuff gets maybe looked at. It'd be very good with Trebuchet, of course, whenever you burn haste. Like, that makes that a really interesting build archetype. We're definitely going for the Monster Ranch. It's, I wouldn't be surprised if this got looked at in the hotfix as well. Just the fact that this is free, really. Yeah, we made money. We made money. And we gained 3 burn. We could put that on the lighter. We probably should put that on the lighter. But as weird as it sounds, I don't know if lighter makes it into our final build, let alone our current board. Small items. You know, I do want 2 small weapons to go with this here. Like, we could grab the pop snappers. It's fine. Like, when we get more space, we'll probably run both of those. But I think that I would rather just roll. Okay, Shoeblade's not really what I'm looking for here, but sure. I'll take that for when I get some more space. We'll run those things, but we're probably looking for a different set of weapons, maybe like some faster ones. Katana, maybe the new Cutlass. Anything that has to do with haste is also worth considering as well. Well. You are trying to do the same thing, except I found Trebuchet as my starter, and you did not. I'm so sorry, my friend. You are unbelievably cooked. Did I crit?
Next time, boys, less blunder, more plunder.
Oh my god. 5%? You are unbelievably cooked. They lost that fight anyways. Like, that was not actually down to RNG. Get a haste item? You know what? Sure, let's see. Whenever you use an adjacent aquatic item, this gains haste. So obviously this plus pufferfish is legitimately a very, very good thing. I'm going to go ahead and grab the burn upgrade on level up, which maybe won't exist in the future. We will see. I could go for the pufferfish angle. Like, Trebuchet pufferfish are actually more of a match made in heaven than they ever were. Because before it was just based off of an exploit. Now they actually mechanically line up very well, and it's kind of funny. I don't know if I want to do that, though. I don't know if I want to add another pufferfish to the pool of this version of the game. I think that medium items, there's definitely a couple medium items we want. New Cutlass. Haste an aquatic item. Medium size to do a haste. We could put it by the jellyfish. We get 2 charges of haste. I think that we can do better. I think cannon's not a bad call. It is a weapon. It's relatively quick. It applies a little bit of burn, which, you know, when they have burn on them already, more burn is indeed helpful. We beat the Rogue Scrapper. Should we go for the Rogue Scrapper when we could go for the guy with the cloak, though? Probably the answer was no. However, I think it'll be okay. So, yeah, I'm just going to be looking for ways to charge this up quickly. Anything that helps with pufferfish helps with this as well. Looking for water wheel. Water wheel, captain's wheel. Any of the wheels, really. Astrolabe, obviously, is very, very good. But that board would look quite different, since Astrolabe is non-weapons.
Walk it.
Okay. This may look a little bit weird, but I'm going to go here since this gives us a level up before the fight. I was kind of hoping we would get... Well, whatever. Astrolabe? No.
Might want some armor.
We'll buy the Cove just as an econ play. Whenever you sell an item, this gains 1. I'm just going to get rid of that. I don't really know. It's not going to be worth keeping around for a long time. Get a friend, leftmost item, upgrade your leftmost bronze tier. Medkit to extract healing. I'm leaning towards probably upgrading the cannon, because it does upgrade pretty well. It got slapped on the wrist for sure. It got its numbers looked at a bit, which I think was okay. Fool's Gold is, they won their first game on Dooley. Either Monitor Lizard start, potentially Ray start is what I would imagine we're going to end up seeing. Indeed, indeed. Ooh, cool LEDs and Chem Snail also? Oh, this is rude, man. This is absolutely rude. That being said, we got it, baby. All right. Weapon skills we could. Early weapon skills feel pretty bad, except for, like, there's, like, 1 or 2 that are really good, and they're, like, the long-term scaling ones, like Iron Sharpens Iron got changed to be a nice long-term scaling. I don't know if we can find Inexorable here. I think that's just under the crit vendor.
I would never debase my wares by
Okay. So Throwing Knives got changed. It's not very good anymore without a lot of support. 2-second cooldown, though. It's like, it actually might be worth taking for, like, a different reason. We might want to go for, like, a flashy reload thing just to charge this up a lot. We'll take the Pet Rock.
Now this will inspire the
So we are going to throw in the Throwing Knives just because it is a 2-second cooldown small item. And that's a pretty important niche as well. But you know what? I think that it could probably get a couple ammo upgrades at this point with that current version of it. It is whenever you crit, charge this 1 second. 2-second cooldown. It could still go off really, really fast. But yeah, I think you could do with it having an extra ammo or 2 on this current patch, and it would be completely fine. 3 regen early is not bad. Like, just this early. Okay, Flame Dancer, I really, 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 really would like to get the Fiery Cutlass, which is now actually a good item. Cutlass, I think, is actually very good. Asterisk. With a little bit of support. It's very good. That's okay. I will take a lot of money instead. You go for an ammo item. We could fish for pufferfish, but again, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to go that route. I kind of like the weapons route. It feels a little bit different. It feels a little bit more honest, if that makes sense. Poison item, like it's still gonna be very good. I don't know what I'm looking for here. Like, I guess I'd be looking for a way to refill some ammo. Got like a diamond. You need like a diamond powder flask by the throwing knives to keep it going for a long time. I'm going to press my luck with a fight here. Round 2. Round 2. The burn items have 2% crit chance. How does this skill still exist in this way? Like, it's just... I know there's bigger fish to fry, quite literally, but 2% crit chance on burn items is such a... It's such a boring, weak perk. Upgrade your leftmost bronze, sharpening stone for damage. Lose 10% max health to gain 10 damage on everything, and 5 crit chance is actually pretty good still. This upgrades to like 10 at bronze. It's not really on my mind. I'm going to go for no pain, no gain. It's still a pretty big upgrade. Small and large items wow me. Bolas, we'll throw that in there. They're actually pretty decent. Bolas were not changed at all, I don't think. And they were pretty good. People were sleeping on how much bolas were doing for their run. Okay, we got Shoeblade. Shoeblade goes up to 2 seconds and 30%. It looks like the cooldown gets changed, but it doesn't. I don't know why that has that there.
The quicker the fight.
10 damage. Bare minimum, I feel like I could get an ammo on level up as well. I think that there's a couple things that could be done to it. Like, I think that they moved it in the right direction, though, because it was a very problematic item. I think that this interpretation is acceptable, and now it's just like a little bit more niche to get it to work. But, like, see, you can still... This is the thing to remember. The base damage sucks. The passive is still very good. You still have to solve the problem of how do I solve the ammo of it, but if you can do that and you can get it some damage,
you should know,
it's still very good. And it's an activator right now for our Trebuchet, so it's not like it's useless. It's just not as crazy as it was. I think we clear this. Yep.
Like my crew says at the bar, another round.
Yep.
Bravery without strength is a sword without a blade.
Items. We've got shield, gumballs. Gumballs are okay, especially with the cove. Yep, I talked myself into it. They're basically free. But it's kind of like we're putting our money into an offshore banking account. You know? Boom, 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 boom. Could look for a medium item. Again, Astrolabe is a whole different angle we could take this. Small weapons is an idea. I'm going to be a little bit weird, and I'm going to go to the docks and look for a weapon, hoping it's from off-spec. Ooh. That is a whole lot. They didn't even mention this change. Whenever you haste, this gains 10 damage per fight. That's already how it was. Whenever this gains haste, charge it a second? They didn't even mention that. Okay. We got to find a way to use that. That works so well with the Trebuchet. Bloodreef Raider. Ammo stash is a little bit more exciting than it ever has been, I'd say. I feel like I wouldn't mind a cannonball, powder flask. I think we would maybe find a way to use those. Okay.
Lads will never let me forget this.
What do we got?
Already?
Shield potion is good. However, it does nothing against poison, and that's a very important thing on my mind right now. Burn damage. I feel like the burn ones end up doing a lot more. So 4 burn on our Trebuchet is very, very good. So how do I give this haste reliably? Kind of looking for like water wheel. Get some XP, I think. Small items. I'm not like tied to my items too much, but they're relatively quick.
I teach, you learn. We're a good team.
First time you use a large item, adjacent items gain 7 burn is not bad. 1% crit for every weapon you have, or this has been changed. Your items have 2% crit chance whenever you start a fight. Increase this bonus by 2%. Inexorable that's a pretty huge buff. We don't have to be tied to this board anymore. Over the course of the game, it's just going to go up. No matter what we have on our board, it's going to be relevant. The Inexorable is going to be relevant. It's going to be buffing that thing. Obviously, like the no pain, no gain stuff is not going to be, you know, benefiting us in any way. Okay, this is a bit of a scary one. I think new Race Carl is actually quite good. Quite good. I think that people are not... I mean, new Bomb Squad and new Race Carl are both really good.
Bring her about.
I think that they are being potentially not considered because of some other stuff that's going on. Mountain Pass is definitely an option to like push for another fight. Another fight is another chance for an inexorable buff as well. I'm gonna say no here. Let's go Gumball. Boom, boom, boom. You know what? Let's do a little bit of this. Again, they're kind of free at the very least. Like they're free by the time I end up selling my cove. Start a fight, burn. I think we still. I think the Barnes and Noble passive is routinely good. What are you doing, Lilo? Cat is chewing on my cables. Ain't it the way? All right, if we could get that that passive that increases all of your ammo by 1 or 2, that should be enough for most fights, right?
Was that even a battle?
Okay. First time you poison freeze for 3 seconds. We'll have to consider that. No pain, no gain is no joke. I'm taking it. It's good. No pain, no gain not getting changed is something to take advantage of. I would not mind a gold tier item to replace some stuff here. I still don't think we take Spyglass, though. When you haste, this gains 20 damage for the fight. God, that's absolutely a part of something. That's part of something. We just need to get it there. Haste, slow cooldown. I might end up selling my cove here if there's something relevant. Oy vey, man. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Jellyfish is legit. Like, that's absolutely an angle to take it. Again, this is a bit of me being like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give in to the jelly. It's a bit unwise for, like, a 10-win strategy. But we also haven't found pufferfish, so keep that in mind, too. But we could go for, like, other aquatic items with the jellyfish, and I think that that's actually, like, a legit strat, too. Okay. And we're doing just fine. We're doing just fine. We do want to build our health back up. Like, obviously, no pain, no gain is very, very good. Very, very helpful. They said, I want every poison item that Dooley has, and I'm going to put it on my board and hope it works. If we can get...
Included with every poison, free admittance to my lectures.
No!
Poison.
The only time I ever want whenever you use a large item poison. Oh.
Oh, well, now I see what
You got me.
caliber of student I'm working with.
All right. I think that this is important enough to cash out on. As wild as it is, I know we have 2 things on prospect, but like, we get our money back. This could be really good, and it is. We're going to reduce the cooldown of the Trebuchet by a lot. Upgrade your leftmost silver tier, 3 loot items. Let's do it. It's a huge upgrade. I still don't think we beat the Lich. Which, you know, yeah. One of these days, the Lich will get a little bit of a looking at. I mean, like, it's not that... The way I feel about it is... It's not that the Lich can't be as strong as the Lich is. The Lich is just so much stronger than the other elite enemies. that it feels weird. So either...
Waste of gunpowder.
Ooh, your weapons gain 2 damage per fight when you use a weapon. Charge this. I might find a way to break with that. Okay. Yep, Water Wheel could really, like, break with this right now. Okay. All right. Yeah. I could see some interesting stuff with Water Wheel. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, if we ever come to it. And then we'll make up our mind on what we're doing after that. We'll go skills. First time you crit freeze is very good. 36% across the board here. I mean, we're going to crit right away. Inexorable's up to 10%. It's going to go up to 12. But yeah, Broken Shackles is at odds with the ammo situation here. But I'm not really... The thing that's great about the board I'm running right now is I am not attached to a single thing on it except for Trebuchet. They have a diamond ignition core already. We might get cooked. It depends if we can get another second Trebuchet off really quick. Okay, we're good. Oh, Lila, what are you doing? She's just walking right under my... Hey, come here, girl.
You fall like a bull.
She's just walking right under my feet. She's in the danger zone. All right. Medium items, again, Captain's Wheel could be good. Non-weapon item. I'm not really looking for a small non-weapon item. I think Figurehead is actually really good in this patch. Don't tell anyone else. I think that Figurehead actually can be really, really good. I just don't feel like it. There's Cutlass. We could ditch Hand Axe and Shoeblade. Maybe even Throwing Knives. But, like, the goal is that the fight is decided by the time Throwing Knives is out of ammo. That's the goal. So, frankly, it's doing its job, really. Like, it's not bad in this board. Cutlass, I think, does clear these, though, for us. It's basically like, you can think of it as, so it's 5 seconds on a multicast on a medium item. You could think of it as 2 5-second items, but it also has double crit damage. It takes upgrades pretty well because it has multi-strike. There's just a couple reasons why I don't mind it right now. Is it less damage? Yes, it is less damage right now on the direct, but the first 5 times you use a weapon charge... Oh, they changed it from haste there. I see. When you use your rightmost item, slow an item. I'm going for Flurry of Blows anyways. If it was the old version, like, frankly, it's over. 15% crit chance here. We're going to juice that baby up to the moon. Positioning doesn't matter. And I think we go for Cosmic Rock. Because the wings are now the full board cooldown reduction. Let's see how this goes. Like, again, if I'm putting everything into Trebuchet, the Cutlass doing less doesn't matter that much. I'm assuming we use that up.
See that plank?
Meh.
Walk it.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and look for Captain's Wheel. Orion, we have a little bit of a better chance here. We did not find it, of course. Powder Flask. I'd rather not buy it and see if I can find a rarer one later. Again, fishing for a couple things that could help me break. Star chart is very interesting here. Katana's really good. I think we get both of those. I'm going to get rid of Shoeblade. I know it's charged up. So I think we go Katana. 73 twice. Pet Rock will eventually not become relevant. Bolas is just a little bit slower. You have Star Charts. Katana, 5.5, 1.6. It's also less targets for Flurry of Blows, so it's going to be focused more on some of these that already exist. They do get wasted on Throwing Knives, though. And there's Captain's Wheel to make my life even more confusing. Okay, we clearly can't do both of these. I'm going to go for this because it's more, like, it's weirder. Okay, let's think. Haste adjacent items for a second. When you use a vehicle or a large item, charge this 2 seconds. Whenever you haste, this gains 10 damage. When this gains haste, charge it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, frankly, I think we could throw in a water wheel to the other slot, and we have something really stupid. This is already stupid. But I'm wondering if we don't run Bellista yet until we figure out what we're doing there. Star chart, I guess we can keep it. I think we are done with Cutlass. I think we're done with that. I don't think we need the 10% that much. All right. Because Inexorable is going to solve my problem with that soon. I'm just going to run it and see how I feel about it. I have a feeling that this is not online yet at all, but it's close. It's close to something good. So whenever we use unfortunately, they're running this. They're running the more safe, familiar version of the build. But you can kind of see what I'm going for, I assume.
You should put it toward nobler.
It's working.
Land legs make you predictable. You move in straight lines.
Small weapon, gumballs. Give me a small weapon. I'm curious. I take it back. I think getting a little bit of health is good. Like, we could potentially last a little bit longer to stockpile a bit more. I guess we just go for the damage here. I think it's 18. Yeah, it's basically 18 damage. And then here, I'm leaning towards Joyful Jack for the off chance that we get Rapid Thaw. I've been getting it a lot, so I'm wondering if day 8, it's just like, it's not actually that uncommon, you know, to get what you need here.
I've been smashed.
All right.
Pathetic. As
Nope.
spineless as a jellyfish.
Oh, extreme off chance for water wheel. I'm gonna check the skills. When you use a large item, each fight adjacent weapons. Nah, it's not gonna help. If you have a vehicle, I'm not gonna have a vehicle probably. Ammo items, this might be a whiff. Okay. Flurry of blows absolutely will still work.
The quicker the fight.
What would we want from a different character? Like, let's find out. I'd be looking for... Oh, okay. I'd be looking for Mac for, like, a haste pot. Jules doesn't have haste. There's a potential for that to break the game wide open. First Aid doesn't work in the same way anymore. There's a potential that this breaks everything wide open is the thing. I'm going to say no to the katana. I need to find, if I find, like, whenever you use a weapon... Oh, no. We didn't get right tidy. Like, because this could actually end up being better. Oh, I think this is delusional. But it could be. I should have rolled looking for what? Cog? Cog is probably just better, but I think we just rock this for now.
With you.
The daggers are a terrible target for Flurry of Blows, but they're a great activator for Flurry of Blows, so I like that. So I think that we'll end up being okay. Theoretically, they don't... Oh, it got charged even though it was already used. That's worth considering. Hi, Lilo. Cat is absolutely infatuated with the catapult run, I guess.
No.
Oh. Catapult. I know it's a trebuchet. Okay, haste and charge skills are too relevant.
I train your perception of reality.
Okay. When you poison, charge a burn item. That's such a cool change. Start of each fight, haste an aquatic item for 6 seconds. Lefty Lucy means whenever we use the catapult, we get another haste trigger. Okay, I'm not gonna do this. This is it's too good. And there's the slow skills to go with it, but quite frankly, I think it's fine. We can take a look. First time you slow. Large item. So I don't have a slow yet. I think I'm going to drop Star Chart because we can't get the docks event anymore. And I had it because I thought I was going to run it. And then we rolled, and of course we got Captain's Wheel. Large items, slow 2 items. That sounds good. Crit chance sounds good. We're at 66. This gives us an extra 15. We can get it to basically 100. Or I could wait a little bit. And then I could also get like Ballista up that way. I think we just do this. Let's get it up to its 100 right now. Enclave Revenant probably. I actually don't remember. It's been so long that I don't remember. Oh, hold on. What Blood Reef Captain has. I'll go to the How Bazaar. I guess I could throw it over. Why not, I guess, right? Let's see. What day is it? Day 9? We've got... Oh, that's right. Your items cooldown is reduced by 5 if you have a vehicle, weapon, tool. We have a weapon and a tool. I think that... I mean, obviously we could get a Captain's Wheel, but I don't know what tier this is. Crow's Nest, I don't care. Meh. Let's take the XP. Okay, 1 second. All right. Here we go. Should be pretty cut and dry. Like, we could throw the throwing knives to be the thing that does the haste, but it's like... Why does it feel like things slowed down? Do you have slow? Ooh. The cloak. The cloak would have been good. Gold tier items, chocolate bars, poison item. We could get the pufferfish, yada yada, I don't wanna. Yada yada, I don't wanna. Whenever you use a non-weapon item, haste it for 2 seconds. That gives us more haste triggers. It's better. It's also 1 less target. 4 flurry of blows. That isn't... one of the 2 that I care about. Lighthouse did get changed whenever you slow charges. Oh, man. We could have actually, like... could have been in there, baby. Oh. Holsters. I don't think so. But there's Powder Flask. I do think we end up ditching this. We have 4, 2. We could buy a silver water wheel if it shows up. But we cannot buy a gold water wheel. Okay, 24. Wait, hold on. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. We have 6. We're up 12. We can get to 22. Otherwise, we have to sell something else. Oh, that's so annoying. Whenever you use an adjacent item, charges 3 seconds. You could probably see how this could end up getting quite good with what we're doing. Man. All right. Of course. I just think that I don't really want to get rid of Ballista. It's just too fun. It's too fun, right? I'd like to find another way to upgrade it. I don't think that this is like a great kit. We might not be fast enough for this. Ooh, especially not if my catapult gets frozen there. That's actually pretty bad. Oh, we're good.
I've got another salvo in me.
Even with our catapult being frozen, which is the worst target for that.
Is a sword
Upgrade a specific thing. I'm gonna do Ballista because it's fun. Yeah, 20 damage on haste gained. All right, Pole. Round 2, Pole. No water wheel. Shipwreck. Another chance for this. Oh my god. I'd love it. I just don't. You know what? I want money. I want money. I don't care that we're probably not going to do like that. Well, Ballista scales. I do want to... I'm going to keep my eyes on throwing knives to see if it eats some flurry of blows or if it eats hastes. God. Yeah, it's eating hastes. So we would rather probably... Why is this fight like this? Why he like that? We would probably prefer to have a passive there at this point with the random haste target. So we are going to die to these storm pretty quick here. We did get at least another kill. Thank you for apologizing.
It's just one
All right.
battle. Plenty more coming.
I don't think that Master Alchemist has haste pot. Pretty sure. That is, yeah, he does not. I'll check the Octopus, just get some extra value here. He did get buffed. All of the cutlasses do work literally twice now instead. Okay.
See that plank? Walk it.
Oh. Huh. 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 Huh? Take me to the rare portal. Thieves Guild. All right, Mr. Move for just some free XP, basically. Double your income, I don't care. I'm going to go for the Vault, because we could get an upgrade hammer here. And we did. And you know what? This is harder to get. I'm doing it. Ballista, 30 damage. We're doing it. Oh, nice. We don't have to do it, like, staggered, because the diamond ones are already at diamond. Oh, my God. Okay, so the quality of the stuff you find in here is based off of what day you're on, very clearly. And let me tell you, it's broken as hell what we got. 181 bucks. That's absurd.
Let's make it.
It's 200 damage, burn 12. Whenever you haste, this gains 75 damage. Whenever you burn, charge this 2 seconds. I mean, there's some weird options here. Like, the thing is, this only has 1 ammo. If it didn't, I'd be like, hell yeah, dude, but...
Fire's not for everyone. Perhaps you're more of a frost.
Am I just going to go in? I'm going to go in and I'm going to do it. Why not? Octopus on board.
Underestimate.
Octopus on board.
It makes this more fun.
8 triggers means 8 haste procs or charge procs for the catapult. Trebuchet. One of these days. How is it? How did it run out of triggers?
You should put it toward nobler use. I paint my ship red.
How did I catch up? How did I catch up? That seems weird. Is this not counting multi-strikes? Because there's no way. There's no way this caught up to the correct amount of charges from the Octopus in time. No way in hell.
Have great potential.
Freeze. We have we have 1 freeze that we actually do, 15 damage. I mean, it's not bad, like especially a buff for the Octopus, but I feel like we can do better. Yeah.
Ooh, the keener the blade.
More ace. Okay, hit me with a water wheel. Okay. This is actually, the Frost Rate Champion will be a good way to see what happens when this goes. Okay. Is it catching up? Was that really 8 charges?
Good fighter.
Was that really 8 charges? feel like it wasn't.
It's over already. We barely got off last.
1 second. All right. There we go. We barely got our flags up. Poison, burn, damage. Six more burn. Why not, right? Weapons, I don't super care. I mean, another 100 damage on the Trebuchet is great. And I know that that's what I should have done instead of Ballista, but how often do you get a Diamond Ballista on Vanessa, right? We do it. Gamba for the level up. No, didn't really pan out. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure the Octopus is triggering eight instances of charge, which I believe it is supposed to. But if it doesn't work like that, then this is the better board. You know what I'm saying? This is the better board if it doesn't work like that, but this is a funnier board. Oops, get that out of here. Gonna go ahead and grab a 25 damage upgrade. That's most relevant on, I guess, the Octopus. We'll see what we can do. Dooley at 0 on his second life here is a good sign. However, I wish we were fighting pufferfishes, and I'm not kidding. Oh my god, they got the freeze enchant. That's what they got. Okay, bye-bye. The crazy thing is we have so much, we have scaling too.
All of this is
That's the
just
crazy
training.
thing.
Our
We have
real
scaling
fight is on
too.
Pelago.
What a dumb board this is. You guys, the thing I'm just going to say right now, there probably was a hot fix, and I'm just going to say, everywhere I look, the Discord, the Reddit, my Discord, my Twitch chat, like that kind of stuff, I think that there's a lot going on in this patch that is really, really cool and really, really fun, and also very, very strong. A couple things that, like, the numbers need to be looked at a bit, obviously. And I think that that's the thing. There's a couple things to keep in mind. Pufferfish, how could you balance old Pufferfish? Whenever you haste Poison 1, and this is, okay, to be clear, I know that Monitor Lizard exists, and I think that it needs to be changed. But how do you change that? When you haste Poison 1, how do you make that less strong without completely changing the effect? You can't really. So therefore, when you haste, charge this 3 seconds on a 6-second cooldown, it's kind of like saying every second haste, Poison 1-ish. But the thing is, the numbers are just too high. Like, Pufferfish can poison for too much right now. That number can be brought down. But the thing is, you can also balance it. Whenever, it could be a 10-second cooldown. It could be whenever you haste, give this 1 charge, right? Like, there are ways to make it work now. The same will go for Trebuchet, which I do think is out of line right now, personally. Whenever you use a weapon or haste, charge this 1 second. If you're going to have both of those, this sucker's got to be on like a 20-second cooldown, and I'm not kidding. Like, it's got to be on a giga cooldown, and I think that that would still be really, really fun. But we are now in a patch where there's design space to do that, right? That's the important thing to keep in mind. There's likely been a hotfix by the time this video comes out that hopefully addresses some things. But basically what I'm saying is, it ain't just Puffer. It's a lot of it is the loot upgrades on level up are very, very strong. We got this sucker to 100% crit chance mostly from that. Obviously, Inexorable is very good. I think that Inexorable is like a fine skill to exist, though, personally. I think it is. I think the real problems are like augmented weaponry and stuff like that. But Flurry of Blows, it worked really, really well here. I actually quite like it. Old Flurry of Blows would have broken this wide open. But this Flurry of Blows is still very good, so I'm glad we took it anyways. But frankly, I think that when you do blank charge this 1 second is not an inherently flawed concept. It is a situation where we actually have a lot more levers that can be pulled for balance now. So I'm not this patch doesn't make me worried or anything like it seems to be making other people worried. it has me, you know, in a spot where right now, like, there's a lot of power out there, and that was not the goal of the patch. However, I can see the road that takes this patch to being the best patch when hopefully monster loot gets looked at in a little bit of a way, especially as the level up rewards and how it can rank up to gold and stuff like that. It's benefiting poison and burn builds disproportionately highly, right? Because getting 3 poison twice, getting 6 poison on a pufferfish that's going off super often, very easily, that's one of the big problems. Like, I think that pufferfish needs to have its numbers looked at so it doesn't go off as often, and also, so like maybe just bringing the charge down to 2 or maybe even 1 second. But also, it's important to keep in mind we have a skewed vision of what it's going to look like because it's so easy to get lucky and bring that poison up to like 100 right now. And I think that that's a really big thing. But there's a lot of creative potential in this patch, and the pathway forward, I think, is really good when those things get ironed out. And therefore, as much as the meta is very scary right now, it almost makes me more optimistic because it's a very big swing, and I don't think it failed as hard as some people seem to think it has. I think it's a scary meta temporarily that means that it's going to be easier to balance in the future because of some of the changes and the direction that's been made on this patch. The loot thing on level up, a lot of the things that I think need to be looked at a little bit the most are things that weren't even in the patch notes. But alas, that is that. I'm really enjoying the game still. I think that there's a lot of really fun stuff. I think putting together this Trebuchet build was very fun. It was very, very fun. I think the power level of it can be looked at, but now it can be, right? Throw Trebuchet on like a 10-12 second cooldown, and it's a really fun puzzle. And I'm going to say a very controversial thing. Pufferfish, as a concept and as a card, is a very well-designed, fun way to build a board and build your deck. It's just too strong right now. That's it. But the gameplay pattern of how you build a pufferfish board currently is kind of like really interesting and actually kind of flexible. It's just too strong. That's my hot take. It's just too strong, but it's design-wise, it's not flawed. It's just too strong. The end. That's my take. We'll see what happens with the hotfix. Maybe I'm vindicated. Maybe I'm not. Maybe we'll see. Alas, that is that. That's going to do it here for today. Thank you for watching. Check the channel for more bizarre videos every single day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.